2020 Old West Balloon Fest got into full swing last night as hundreds of people flocked to Western Nebraska Community College for the inaugural event of this year's festivities. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in Western Nebraska and Eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, the Old West Balloon Fest's Wednesday evening night glow featured more than a dozen hot air balloonists from across the country who are pulling the flames high into the evening air for a spectacular visual show. Executive Director Colleen Johnson says, unfortunately, the weather didn't fully cooperate, so while the balloons and baskets were there, the balloons were kept away to ensure they stayed dry. Pilots instead were candle sticking, where they pulled the handle for the gas to shoot up flames approximately 15 feet tall. Competition events got underway this morning with the public viewing sites at the Western Nebraska Veterans Home in Scottsbluff. There will be another night glow featuring 40 balloons this Saturday evening at Five Rocks Amphitheater in Gering. The 2020 Old West Balloon Fest is bringing pilots in from all across the country. Don Edwards of Soldotna, Alaska, explains why he travels all over to attend events like the Old West Balloon Fest.
Combination of a lot of things. I'm very passionate about balloons. I've got a lot of great friends here I haven't seen in a long time, and it's like a small fraternity among the balloonists, and it's a combination of both. You want to have some good fun flying, but you also get to see a lot of good friends and catch up and see what's going on in each other's lives.
He says he got the bug by attending a hometown event much like ours more than 30 years ago.
Actually, I was living in North Carolina, where I'm originally from, and we had a balloon rally in my hometown of Burlington, North Carolina, just like this. And the company I worked for was a sponsor, and I got to go on a balloon ride. That was in 1986. And as soon as I landed, I said, this is what I want to do. And I've been doing it ever since.
And since then, it has taken him all over the globe.
I've flown in probably 40 states. I've flown in about 5 or 6 different countries around the world, and it's still my passion.
He says he used to participate in the competition events, but now just enjoys being a pilot and taking locals up for rides in his balloon.
No, I'm not going to do the competition. I used to do that years ago, and it's not my thing anymore. I'm going to be flying some sponsored passengers and things like that, and I probably enjoy flying people that have never been up in a hot air balloon more than I do competing.
Edwards says that like many pilots, they have the skills to showcase their precision flying by being able to touch down on water or grab tree leaves passing by, and truly making it a unique experience for first-time flyers.
I would call it more of an adventure seeker. I don't think I'd call it a daredevil, but actually on my business card, I even got in there. It's all about the adventure. It's a once-in-a-lifetime trip for most, so I try to make it as special as I can.
And if you keep your eyes on the sky this week, you might see him and his balloon.
This balloon here is it's called Star Trek. It's an Aerostar balloon, and it's got black vertical stripes with a little bit of green, a little bit of orange, and I believe a little bit of yellow in it. And it's all vertical stripes.
In Scottsbluff, Ryan Murphy, KNEB.TV News. Well, coming up after the break, temperatures flirting with record-setting highs today. The Blair's in with your Thursday evening forecast right after this on KNEB.TV News.
Local lending. We're here for you from start to finish. Keeping money in our economy, supporting local jobs, giving back to our community, investing in entrepreneurship, making our quiet towns a destination. At Platte Valley Bank, we support local because we are local.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gering, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gering at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Going to have clear skies tonight out there. Pretty good looking night. Temperatures down into the 90s by 7 o'clock. Tomorrow morning, this is an important time frame. This will be about the time of the sunrise balloon launches tomorrow. Light winds, 9 miles an hour. That's about as strong as we want them to be tomorrow. Keep them under 10, 61 degrees and clear skies as we start tomorrow off with one of the 2 sunrise balloon launches. Not as hot tomorrow. It's going to be a warm, dry weekend. Really, no changes are coming. There will be fire weather concerns. That is about it. 100 was the record high yesterday. Missed it by 2 degrees. We were back at that temps again today, and nothing out there in the rain gauge as we remain quite quiet and calm out here. We do have some fire weather warnings that remain out. Those heat advisories up in South Dakota. This is what we're concerned about in our area. Fire weather warnings, they go through today and then again through tomorrow, so they're out through the day tomorrow as well with red flag warnings for the region. 90s out here across the area right now. It's 89 in McCook, 87 over in Norfolk, slightly cooler on that side of the state. We're in the low to mid 90s, upper 90s in a couple locations with winds generally under 10 miles an hour. So severe weather threat, we've got some here in the southwest portions of the Nebraska, from North Platte down over to Goodland. Better chances up in the Dakotas. That severe weather threat pushes off to the east for tomorrow and even further away from us as we go into Saturday, as dry conditions look to be coming through the weekend. So there's some of those stronger storms over around North Platte. That's about it as we go through the rest of the night tonight. Clearing skies. It's going to be quiet here across the region tonight, and a quiet day tomorrow as well. Lows tonight going to slip down to near 60 in many locations. Back tomorrow with sunshine to start the day and sunshine to end the day, really. No thunderstorm chances here in the region tomorrow. Not even really anything in the buildup of clouds. It's just going to be a sunny, quiet Friday and into the start of the weekend here as well. And high temperatures tomorrow going to be in the 80s. So a little cooler, shave about 10 degrees off of where we were for highs, and there's nothing coming precip-wise over the next couple of days. So clear tonight, lows down around 60. For tomorrow, it's going to be sunny. Highs only at 89, so a little cooler than today. 10 to 20 mile an hour winds. We'll stay in the 90s, though, as we start Saturday and go all the way through next week. Not much variation in temperatures there. 93 to 95 over those 6 days, and very little, if any, chance of precip.
At 21st Century Equipment, we're proud to introduce the new Build Your Own tool. Build the John Deere you've been wanting and see how affordable it really is. Visit 21stcenturyequipment.net to build your own compact utility tractor, mower, or gator. It's easy to add implements, attachments, and view financing options. Build the exact tractor for your needs at a price you can afford, all from the comfort and safety of home.
At TC and More in Scottsbluff, we believe it's the little things that make your house a home. Start with home decor. Brighten up any room in your house with flags, wall decorations, and custom art pieces. Next, brighten up your wardrobe with clothing and accessories like jewelry and purses from the Myra collection. And remember, seniors and military members receive an additional 10% discount. Visit our website, tcandmore.com, and like us on Facebook, TC and More, 1621 Broadway, beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
Welcome back. Unified Command announcing 10 new COVID-19 cases in the Panhandle and 4 new recoveries during their Wednesday afternoon update. The new cases include 5 in Scottsbluff County, 3 in Dawes County, and 1 each in Sheridan and Morrill counties. The recoveries included 2 in Sheridan, 1 in Box Butte, and 1 in Cheyenne counties. Through Wednesday evening, the Panhandle has seen 479 positive cases, 6 deaths, 417 recoveries, leaving 56 active cases. Those include 37 in Scottsbluff County, 6 in Morrill County, 4 in Box Butte and Dawes County, with 2 in Sheridan and Dual County, and 1 in Cheyenne County. Well, military retirees who live in Nebraska will get a tax cut starting in 2022 under a bill slated to become state law. State senators gave the measure final approval yesterday and sent it to Governor Pete Ricketts, who proposed it at the start of this year's session. The bill would exempt half of a military retiree's benefits from Nebraska state taxes. Gordon Senator Tom Brewer, who sponsored the bill, has said the measure would help Nebraska attract and retain military service members after they retire. Several neighboring states, including Iowa and Missouri, don't impose any tax on military retirement benefits, and both states have managed to entice retirees from Nebraska's Offutt Air Force Base. And Gering Schools Foundation received a $2,000 grant from Farm Credit Services America's Working Here Fund for a new FFA chapter at Gering High School. The school continues to expand their agriculture education program following the launch of a career pathway program in 2019 and in conjunction with the introduction of the Agriculture, Food, and Natural Resource Pathway in the fall of 2020. The new FFA chapter will offer a complimentary career and technical student organization for students to continue to expand their learning opportunities. Well, coming up after the break, a very busy week in the sports world. Chris Cottrell will have the latest right after this on KNEB.TV News.
Exceptional care, right here at home. That's the mission of Morrill County Community Hospital. Morrill County Community Hospital is a 20-bed critical access hospital that owns and operates clinics throughout Bridgeport, including specialty outreach clinics and Morrill County Home Health Clinic, as well as Chimney Rock Medical Center, located in Bayard. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time at Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska.
Certain things go together, like baseball and hot dogs, or peanut butter and jelly. Then there are things that certainly don't, like electricity and water. To help protect yourself when the two might meet, like basements, garages, kitchens, bathrooms, or even the outdoors, make sure to have protection through ground fault circuit interrupters, GFCIs. If you don't have GFCIs installed, contact a qualified electrician to install them for you. Always use caution when you're near electricity and water. Brought to you by Chimney Rock Public Power District, your touchstone energy partner, the power of human connections.
Home buying is filled with decisions. Neighborhood, floor plan, fenced yard. Make one choice that's easy. Start with Fnvo first. We'll guide you home. Home buying is filled with decisions. Square feet, fixer-upper, room to grow. Make one choice that's easy. Start with Fnvo first. We'll guide you home.
Now, sports from the FNBO Sports Desk. FNBO, the great big small bank.
Glad to have you here at the Sports Desk for today. As you might have heard, football has been in the news this week. It felt like about a 72-hour Cold War between the University of Nebraska and the Big Ten after the league announced on Monday that all fall sports had been canceled. Today, the university president, Ted Carter, and Chancellor Ronnie Green released this statement. The highlight, of course, being that opening sentence, the University of Nebraska is a fully committed member of the Big Ten Conference. This would seem to put to bed any ideas of playing any sort of football this upcoming fall. We wait to see if a spring football season is a viable option. Old Reliable, something you can always count on. Scottsbluff High School football, year in and year out, the product stays legit. Fall camp is underway, and there is no doubt that head coach Judd Hall is really preaching to the team how they need to handle themselves if they want to continue playing football in the middle of a pandemic.
I think we just have to be safe. I mean, we got to take some extra precautions. You can't get together with a bunch of people. You can't do things that we normally have if we want to play. I think we got to know who we're with all the time, know what they're doing, and just do everything we can to keep our kids safe right now.
With all the uncertainty over the summer months and the limited ways the team was able to prepare, it sounds like all they really needed was that whistle to blow to kind of get things into high gear.
It's fantastic. I think these kids are so ready to get started. These kids are so ready to start doing stuff that I think motivation is going to be the least of our worries right now, because these kids are excited to get going and doing stuff.
Now look, you could focus on the big names lost to graduation. That would include Sebastian Harsh, and you'd be well within your right as the Cats graduated an unbelievable senior class this past year. Another huge loss, though, and don't let it fly under the radar, came on the coaching staff as defensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach Jake McLean left to take the head coaching job at Holdridge. Coach Hall has found a trusted hand as McLean's replacement, Keith Gilley.
Longtime friend of mine from Colorado. Used to work for him when we were in Colorado, but he's been a head coach and a coordinator at various schools in Colorado, including some big schools in Colorado. So we're excited to have him on board with us.
Coach also gave sort of the outline for this week's schedule as they prepare to open the season 15 days from now.
Well, our first scrimmage will be Saturday, but as far as our pads, we're going to follow the NSAA protocol. We can't have shoulder pads on until Wednesday practice. Got to have 2 days of that, and then we can go full pads on Friday with our stuff. So we're going to follow those protocols. First couple of days here, a helmet and shorts, and just do a lot of learning these first couple of days.
That season opener will be played on the road at Columbus. That's the replacement game for Fort Morgan, Colorado. In week 2, they get Hastings. Scottsbluff still looking to finalize their week 4 opponent after losing Sterling, Colorado. That'll do it for today. The latest from right here at the FNBO TV Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell. Ryan will be back with more right after this here on KNEB.TV.
Small business, you're the engine that makes our communities thrive. That's why we're with you, providing more for you, so you can focus on what matters most. Small business, you're the engine that makes our communities thrive. That's why we're with you, providing more for you, so you can earn more, save more, and do more.
Take your career to the next level with Chadron State College's online Master of Science in Organizational Management program, taught by experienced professors who care about your success. CSC offers 3 flexible options with its Master of Science degree: Human Services, Natural Resources, and Sports Management. With CSC's history as an education leader in the classroom and online, you'll have a solid foundation as you take your career to the next level. Chadron State College, real people, real results. Learn more today at csc.edu.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want you to plan for tomorrow while you enjoy today. With our personalized trust and estate planning services, our trust services can help you do just that. When it comes to estate planning, you should seek professional help. And when you do, you should have confidence in the financial institution you choose to handle your trust. At Platte Valley Bank, we pride ourselves in keeping our trust operations local and serving our friends and neighbors. We offer a highly personalized, full line of personal trust and estate planning. Give us a call today and see how our trust services can help you.
And finally tonight, the Scottsbluff School District finalized the refinancing of their 2015 general obligation bonds used to finance a portion of the high school renovation and expansion, a move that will ultimately save district taxpayers just over $3.6 million. District Director of Finance Marianne Carlson and Andy Forney with D.A. Davidson & Company announced the results of the refinance during the August board meeting. Taxpayers won't see a reduction in the yearly amount to pay off the bond, but that issue will be retired a year early as the district kept the levy the same to secure a lower interest rate. District officials say they will continue to monitor interest rates through next January for when the 2016 general obligation bond, also part of the high school project, can be refinanced as well. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you here next time.